required. Be sure to always remember all this deadline. Okay. Okay. Now go back to our lecture 1, Introduction to Entrepreneurship and Business. I'm not going to share with you the slide. You can actually open the slides together with my video, understand this. I give you some of the video for you to watch as well, right? So, okay, talking about this entrepreneurship, I want you to understand this. If you look at the slide that I share with you, the entrepreneurship is a very important foundation. Yeah, for this course, um, we call it Introduction to Entrepreneurship. But since this is a technology entrepreneurship, I do not want you to think about entrepreneurship only as the opening a shop or selling a product. No. Yeah. For this course, we actually will look at entrepreneurship as a much broader process of identifying the opportunities, creating value, using your resources, mobilizing the resources, and bring your ideas into a real markets. You will see later, especially not only on the group project that I already explained to you, but also in the individual assignment where we have the real traffic and sales. We are TVET University. You have to understand that everything must be hands-on. There's no copy paste anymore. You have to execute your idea. For all of you, we expect you are in the final year student, especially those who have already been exposed to the business. Hopefully you do. A little bit, probably saja perniagaan kecil, tolong-tolong buat affiliate, buat dropship ke, join Shopee, affiliate and so on. Fine, which is very good. But if you don't, this is the time for you to start thinking about being an entrepreneur. Probably you have the innovation, like I said, your group project must come from the innovation that has been created in the faculty. Yeah, engineering related, you are from engineering student, you have to understand digital tools, project work, or anything that you can think beyond just the textbook definition of entrepreneur. Ask yourself, why do some ideas remain as just an assignment, while others, the same idea can be becoming ventures out there? Yeah. So this question is at the heart of entrepreneurship. Let me start with something light but very important. When we see examples like imitation brands or any copies, signboards you see everywhere, product that look familiar but are not original, they often remind us of a key distinction in entrepreneurship. Not every business activity is through entrepreneur value creation. No. Some people, they enter business by copying what already exists. That may generate short-term income, but it does not always create a strong and sustainable value. Because real entrepreneurship is not only about entering the market. No, it is about understanding the market better, how you can solve a real problem, and at the same time, you're offering something meaningful, different, and also scalable. You don't just produce one product, two product, like what you did in the lab or on your final year project, right? You need to be able to scale them, scalable. Let's say people come to you and say that, wow, this is an interesting product. Can I have 10 units of this next week? Can I have 20 by end of the month? Will you be able to produce that? Okay, I give you some example in the teaching plan. I share some videos. I call it iSajada from UTEM. In the slides I share to you. You can have a look. It's quite old, but it's still relevant. It shows us that technology-based idea can also emerge, come from our university environment, from research from your lecturer or from the student itself. Yeah. The product can only becomes entrepreneur when it moves from the concept to the usefulness, from the usefulness to the market fit, and from the market fit to the actual impact. So from the very beginning, I want all of you to understand this. The entrepreneurship is not just about doing the business. It is about building value with purpose. That's very, very important. So based on the slides that I shared to you, you can check again, you learn Introduction to Entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship today is best understood as a process through which an individuals or a teams of people, they discover, they create, they evaluate, and also exploit the opportunities that come to them. by using all the resources that they're having. Although the resources is uncertain, but they can fulfill that. They can use all those. Okay. So in this year 2006, no entrepreneur operates in a stable environment. Because why? Because markets shift quickly. The consumer behavior changes fast. So we start using AI tools. We are using AI tools for affecting content. Yeah, a very good content, a very good marketing. You use coding, you design. Semua orang pandai buat. Everyone know how to use Canva. Yeah, uh, banyak cara. You use AI to generate videos. Customer service also using AI. Yeah, all the platforms rise at the same time fall. Regulations change, algorithm and everything. Attention, sometimes different attention. Yeah, keep on changing. So the entrepreneurship today is not just about courage that comes. Yeah, it is about the adaptability as well. So in my slides is also show why entrepreneurship matters now. Have a look. I want you to see that. Yeah. We are using AI, digital platform, sustainability, knowledge commercialization. So it means that entrepreneur today is not only a trader or not just a business owner. Entrepreneur can also be yourself, an engineer that you commercialize your prototype, a content creator that build a monetized community. Can have a look, check. You can do a lot. Like myself, I'm a lecturer, but I have an academic spin-off company. Or you as a student, you can launch a niche digital service. Who cares? You can do that. Someone may start with just one phone, Canva. You have the skill in Canva. You know how to use ChatGPT. You know how to use CapCut. You are good at TikTok shopping. At the same time, you can also be a seller there, affiliate there in Shopee as well. Can, right? So that person, you can test a product. You can create a content. You can talk to customer. You can automate basic copywriting. You can start generating sales with very low capital now. So that is actually entrepreneurship in the present era now. So all those challenges also you need to understand better in understanding entrepreneurship. So today, entrepreneurship is not just about having access, but more about how you execute better than others in your area. In the free market economy, normally entrepreneurs are critical because they respond to what people need. They respond to what people want, and they're willing to pay for it. Yeah, they people who are willing to pay for your service. So what the entrepreneur do is they create the products and also improve the service. They are willing to take risks and at the same time make choices about where all the resources should go. Your resources tadi dalam business model canvas, you are actually in the middle where you have all the costs that you need to look at. If you look at the scholar means all the people that share the body of knowledge about entrepreneurship. You see many names, Adam Smith, you John Baptist, Cantillon. There are many names. If we combine all those classic view with today environment, we can still say this, yeah. Entrepreneur, they sees where value is undercreated, and then they recognizes people, technology, money, and also effort, how they can create and how they can value all this more effectively. This is what entrepreneurship is. It's not about just making profit. Yeah, profit matters, of course, because it reflects your viability, but entrepreneurship also involves innovation, job creation, improve the quality of life, and sometimes also social transformation. Okay, I want you to understand that if you look through my slide, you also will see my slides that show Timon's model. Yeah, this guy, he highlights four key components: the founder, the opportunity, the team, and also resources. Have a look at that. Because this is a very good model because it keeps the entrepreneur more practical. You see, the founder, for example, because the founder is the person that initiate the force. He or she not necessarily to be perfect. He doesn't necessarily to be rich, but someone who are willing to act. This is founder. And the second one is the opportunity. Opportunity is important. This is a real starting point. Good entrepreneurs do not begin with I want a business. No, they normally will begin with there is a problem here, or they say that this market is underserved. I'm going in. Or they say that, oh, this process is inefficient. I want to make changes. So these are actually opportunity. You have to think about this. Not just necessarily you have to be a founder, but it has to come with the opportunity. And the third one in this Timon's model is the team. One person you can start, but if you want to grow, you need a team. You require, we call it as a complement capability. You must have in the team someone who are good in technical, someone who can execute, someone who can be manage this, manage it. You need administration and so on. Later in the business structure, we see how important all these different function within an organization. This is your team. Yeah, you have HR, human resource, people who do all those human resource. You have operations team, you have marketing, and also you have the sales. You can't do everything by yourself. You are the founder and you do everything. No, you can't. So team is important, and the last but not least is the resources. This is the last one, the fourth one. Of course, we have some others in the other different models, but the most basic four by this model already show how important is resources. Resources include, of course, the money, the technology, the data, the network, supplier, equipment, your credibility, your time, your space, offices, and so on. Okay. All right. There are many examples I can show to you, but I want you to read and at the same time try to discuss in the forum that I created in the ULearn and see other people's comment and respond to it. Probably every different of you having different opinions, yeah, about this. Um, we also often ask, what can I sell? This is entrepreneur. Normally, entrepreneur will ask, what can I sell? What what am I good at that I can sell? But the difference between entrepreneur and technopreneur will ask, what can I solve? What problem can I solve? What can I build? What can I scale? How am I scaling this? Or how I transform using this technology so I can scale. Okay, so that's a lot different between an entrepreneur and entrepreneur. You also have to understand this term intrapreneurs. What are entrepreneurs? Entrepreneurs, we call it, these are people inside the organizations who innovate using the organization's resources. This term is important actually because not all of us will launch independent startup immediately. Some of you probably will create value inside your university, your corporation. If you have GLC, then GLC. If you're working in any agency, then in the agency. That is still count as entrepreneurial action. I can explain further, but you can also get the information from many resources. You are very good at AI, so you can search for the information that is needed. I want you to look at all those digital entrepreneurship in Malaysia context as well, because this will be related to your individual assignment, which I'm going to explain when we meet up on week 3. Okay, for now, I think that's all about the sharing for today. Lecture 1. I want you to access all the materials that I share in the ULearn and also do the exercise for week 1. I wish everyone happy holiday and selamat hari raya. And these are all I just go through, yeah, until lecture 5, lecture 6, lecture 7, this until organizational measurement for business startup. This will come out in your midterm exam, week 9. Okay, that's all for today. I wish you all the best. I really hope that you enjoy this class because there's a lot for you from me to share. I would like to share everything, many things from the experience of being a lecturer of this subject and also from real experience of being a technopreneur. I own a company, a spin-off company. You can see my bio in the ULearn as well. You can ask me a question during the class time, or you can also put it in the Telegram. If I do not have time to reply on the Telegram, I will pick up all the questions and I will try my best to answer during our meetup in class. All right. With that, I end the lecture 1 class and have a good holiday with your family. Selamat Hari Raya. Assalamualaikum. Thank you.